Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome to another episode of Blast from the Past podcast, I guess, is what we're calling it now. Today we're doing just chatting episode, so it's going to be a nice light conversation, and then we're going to head on our separate ways. And for me tonight, that's going to be playing Mario Kart, which I'm definitely looking forward to. Always a great time over there at Ords. But yeah, tonight we're talking about what our favorite movie or TV show pets are. So if you've got a favorite, throw it down there in the comments. Let me know what your favorite movie pet is. You know, anything from, the Harry Potters or cartoons, TV shows, anything like that. Let me know. And maybe we'll cover it. We'll see. And as always, I am joined by my wonderful co-host, this side, Megan.
Hi, I'm struggling to spell Achilles Jones' name because I'm trying to say hi to you in the chat and I can't spell your name. So hi, that's it.
You don't get the you hit at and just
no,
AC.
it doesn't always do that.
What?
Sometimes it did for Phil, and then it didn't. Now it is. What the heck? Now it's sitting there. What the heck? I don't understand. Anyway,
YouTube being dumb.
Yeah, or it's just me. I have no idea.
Somebody
said Puss in Boots. Oh yeah, Puss in Boots is like Phil's cat.
Okay, yeah. Puss in Boots is a classic. I never saw the movie for that. The one with Antonio Banderas.
What?
Yeah, never saw the movie. No. Now I did see, what was it, Shrek 2 or Shrek 3, where he first appeared.
I have literally seen all the Shrek movies.
Oh yeah, they are good.
They are. They actually are.
Oh, I remember when the first one came out. That was like right around the time that we got a DVD player, because my mom liked having some of the newer things. We bought off-brand food, but once in a while we'd get a nice thing. And hers was the DVD player, and we got Shrek, and finally it was a movie I could watch over and over again and not wear out. So I watched Shrek a buttload when it first came out. Speaking of comments, we got people in the chat. Phil, how's it going, buddy?
How Phil?
He's preparing himself to get wrecked at Mario Kart tonight. And Achilles Jones, as you mentioned. Welcome, Achilles. You're Bommy. Glad to have you here. He says, woo, like a drunk girl at a bar wearing a cowboy hat.
Oh.
It's the woo girls.
The woo girls. I'm not gonna lie, those girls are super annoying.
They are. They are. They excel at being annoying. If there were championships, yeah, they end every sentence with
a lot of glottal fry, vocal fry.
Yes.
I'm a cat. Stop it. Stop.
And a duck dangerously. How we do? We do good. How you do? And this was mentioned before, not here, but before. Air Bud, yep. Classic.
I probably saw at least 3 of those movies. I don't know how many are out. There's probably like 5 or more.
Probably. I remember the first one was basketball. Mm-hmm. Then you had the baseball one, I think was the second one. Then he did a football one, and I think that was around the time I stopped watching the Air Bud movies.
Yeah. The basketball one was good.
Yeah. I really liked that movie as a kid. I have no clue if it actually held up, though. It might be bad, for all I know.
It's true. I liked it as a kid.
You know what? I was just realizing we can throw some background music in here. Let's see how... Yeah, this'll work. Hey, now it feels warm and wholesome in here with background music. Let's see. It spawned 14 films. Wow.
Seriously?
Wow. Jeez.
That's a little bit of overkill in my opinion, but...
Yeah.
Hey.
I mean, that's a sizable litter, though, so... You never know. The correct answer is Samantha the dog in I Am Legend. Even if the movie wasn't great, she was. That's true. That's true. We cried our eyes out for that dog.
No.
Okay, I won't give any spoilers. Yeah, the movie wasn't very good for...
Sounds like I don't want to see it. It sounds like the dog doesn't make it, and I don't want to see that.
It's
I don't like when animals die in movies.
Yeah, it's
That's
don't
why I
watch
haven't
Marley
watched
and Me.
Neverending Story, because I've never watched it because of that.
Oh, that's such a good one too. Ooh, I might have to be mean and like pick that one of these days.
No.
But yeah, Vertex has to fight off the sad.
Yeah.
Have to know. Milo and Otis.
Oh, forgot about that.
Yeah. Yeah,
Homeward Bound. Those ones kind of make me cry too, but yes.
Yeah. Yeah, Homeward Bound and or The Incredible Journey, which is just the original version of Homeward Bound.
Yes. This is
I actually had both on VHS growing up. Even though they're the same movie.
Did you ever have whatever that movie was? That movie, I mean, with the pig.
Babe?
Babe. That one had a few movies too.
Yeah.
There were
Yeah, 'cause it
so
was-
many animal movies in the 90s. What the heck was up with that?
A lot of talking animal movies too. Like
Yeah.
Disney, I get they're cartoons, but yeah.
But taking like real animals and then
Mhm.
interesting.
Kind of spawned from like Mr. Ed,
Yeah.
the talking horse. They
Yeah,
put
that's
peanut
true.
butter on his gums so he would look like he was talking.
Oh man, did you see what Duck Dangerously says?
Uh-oh. Was it this one? I realize my type is woo girls and wine-ons. Hey, man. At least you know your type.
Well, everybody needs someone to love them, so
That's true.
you know,
That's
here
true.
we go.
I have a feeling a lot of them are named Karen.
Poor thing. People
Hey,
named
look,
Karen
man, I'm not making
nowadays.
fun of you. This is
Do you think
sympathy.
there's any Karens who actually aren't Karens and they hate the name Karen?
Yeah, I know a couple.
Okay.
I do. Got a friend, his sister is a Karen, and she's not a Karen. She's cool.
It's unfortunate.
Firefox, how's it
I
going?
haven't seen you this month a lot, Fire. Now it
Oh,
makes
he's-
sense.
Yeah, sick and doing Christmas stuff. Yeah. Yeah, Christmas has been a bit hectic this year. I mean, in a good way, though, I think. I would say. Does Harry from Harry and the Hendersons count? I don't know if that would be a pet per se, kinda. Like, I was thinking Animal from the Muppets. He's technically a pet. The commonality is functioning alcoholism for the Woo Girls and Wine-Ons.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah. I guess you like a fixer-upper. Normally, for most people, a fixer-upper, they think about real estate. You're thinking about, prospective SOs.
Whoop.
Let's see. Lucky not on the panel because the music is making me want to dance. I'm glad. I think we're lucky you're not on the panel, Phil. We've all
Old
seen
Yeller.
you dancing. Oh, Old Yeller, yes.
Oh,
I didn't even think
I
about
hated
that.
those ones. Also,
Yeah.
I've not seen All Dogs Go to Heaven, Phil, because also make me cry movie.
Yeah, that one. I haven't seen that in so long. I want to say that's a happy one in the end, though. And so you kind of have to get through the movie, but yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Rip Old Yeller. Yeah, that'll do, pig. That'll do. Let's see. Well, before Flipper,
Oh,
there was
yeah,
Lassie, Black
Flipper.
Beauty. That's true. And you must be old like a dinosaur like I am. Yeah, I remember those.
I remember Flipper.
Mhm.
I'm watching Black Beauty. I think I saw Lassie or some of it, but not all of it. We
Seen
had
a
a
couple
dog next door that was a Lassie dog.
Oh, Border Collie, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah. Trying to
not
get my
very well
coffee
behaved. Those dogs need a lot of training. He was
They
not.
do.
He was not a good dog at all.
They really do. I had it wasn't even my friend. It was my mom's friend that I had to dog sit for one time, and I didn't even like this woman. Like, I actively disliked this woman, but I was doing a favor for my mom because she was supposed to be dog sitting, but she couldn't walk the dog because it was a border collie and they yank you when you walk them, and she didn't want to fall over because it was snowing out and all of that. So I was like, all right, I'll drive like 45 minutes and go, take this dog for a walk and give it some attention. Holy crap, that thing is a pain in the ass to walk.
Yeah, this one was just like, they have that kind of herding instinct. So it's always trying to like herd us kids around because they had kids and we all play together, and it was just like the most annoying animal. And then they would like tie it up, and then it would bark, and it was always escaping the yard.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we had my aunt and uncle had an Australian Shepherd dog, and it would do the herding thing too. Like, you would just be standing around talking, and it would walk up right behind your leg and like nudge your leg so that you would stand in a circle.
Yep.
So we'd have a cookout or something, and the dog would just go around and like move people closer into a circle. She was a good dog though. She was a good puppers.
My uncle had a border collie. They would do that. Like, he lived on a ranch, so this dog like would herd the cattle, right? He had a cattle ranch, and except that when all of us kids are around, he would actually nip your heels. So they always had to tie him up if there are kids around, because like that for herding cattle, you have to be a little rougher with cattle versus like herding sheep. And since he was a cattle herding dog, he would nip. Because cattle are stubborn and whatever, they don't care.
Oh yeah, they're also dumb. I've met a few cows, and they are generally dumb creatures. I do not feel bad eating them.
Oh no, they're pretty dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pigs have personality. Pigs can be nice, like Arnold on Green Acres. Let's see, Phil says childhood friend was named Karen, and she hates the term. Yeah. You got to be fair, though. It's an accurate term. There's a lot of Karens out there named Karen. Like, I imagine there's a lot of Kyles out there named Kyle.
What's a Kyle?
Kyle is a guy who wears a lot of, like, Fox Team Racing with, like, monster hats that are turned slightly to the side, at, like, a 37 to 45 degree angle on the head. And they usually drive a Honda Civic that has a body kit with a big spoiler on it.
Wow. Okay.
That's a Kyle. Yeah.
Okay. I know what you mean.
Yep. Yes. Everybody has met a Kyle. Actually, I had a buddy growing up who was a Kyle. Really cool dude, actually. He didn't have any of the other stereotypes, but he did wear the Fox Team Racing, and he had a motorcycle and a souped-up car. And cool dude, though. Super cool dude.
That's funny.
Just as y'all read that sick comment, Pops came in holding his hand with blood. Oh, fun.
Oh.
Yeah, well, take care of your dad, Firefox. Sorry to hear that.
No, it's just rough all around.
Yeah.
And
hand lacerations usually not too bad. I got some experience with those. You can't really see it here, but I got a big scar going from here to here on my finger. They're usually not the worst. Let's see, would Monsters, Inc. count as a pet movie because there was a human who was pretty much a pet to the creatures? That's true. Boo was her name. She was...
Boo.
Yep. I actually watched Monsters, Inc. a couple of years ago. I hadn't watched it for like 15 or 20 years, and the CGI doesn't hold up as well as I thought it did in my head. It's still a great movie, though. The
Toy Story looks weird, too.
It does. It did not hold up, unfortunately.
Yeah. It was just that time period when they were made.
Hail, Zombie Box
Zombie
Reviews.
Box.
Glad to see you here. The only human pet that Small Time Republic, also hail Small Time Republic, good seeing you here, was in Pulp Fiction. Yes, bring out the GIMP. And we have a Sean Landrigan. I'll get it one of these days. What's up, Sean? How's it going? Is it Duck Dangerously is a Kyle, and he does none of those things. It's not all Kyles, but there's a fair few of them. Oh, Phil dated a Karen.
Ooh, yikes. Duck Dangerously says, where the red fern grows.
Oh, we read that when I was a kid. Yeah. Like middle school.
Isn't
or
that
something.
one
We
sad
read the book.
too?
Yeah, that one's pretty sad. That one's pretty sad.
Why do they do that? Animal movies. Let's just make everybody cry. Okay.
Marley and Me is
This
the
is
worst.
a kids movie. Now you're gonna
Yeah.
be scarred for life.
Yeah. Let's see. Got it.
Honestly.
Yep. So should we hop into movie? What am I trying to do here? There it is. Movie pets. I'm gonna start off with my man Archimedes. Gotta love
Oh,
Archimedes from Sword in the
man.
Stone.
Oh, I need to watch that movie.
Oh, it's so good. I
Here's
love
the
it.
thing. Speaking of animation, I'm sorry. Just
Mhm.
having this thought. But like, look at this. This is from the movie. This is hand-drawn animation.
Mhm.
Hand-drawn animation stands the test of time. You know? And then Toy Story was how many years after this? And just like
Yeah, I
and
agree
the
with
story is good and I liked it, but like when you go back and watch it, you have to like
you.
to get past the CGI and the animation, how it looks. It was just in that awkward time period where it just doesn't hold up, I don't think, especially against these hand-drawn animations.
Mhm. I'll say, to be fair to Toy Story, I agree completely. It does not hold up. But to be fair to it, it did spark the next generation of animation,
Mhm.
which became the computer animation, and it didn't take Pixar very long to start making some pretty good-looking movies that really held up. I mean,
Yeah.
when did The Incredibles come out?
Oh,
I'm
that's
trying to remember. I just remember I remember that one looking really good. Yeah, that came
Mhm.
out in 2004. So we're talking, 10 years it took them to really come out with some good looking movies.
Yeah.
And also like Finding Nemo, what was that? 2004, 2005, I think.
Mm-hmm. Man, Finding Nemo. That was so much water. Every time I watch, I'm like, that's
Yeah.
a lot of water to animate. They must have got
Yeah.
sick of water.
A lot of light effects. I imagine
Yes.
just yeah. Yeah, 2003 for Finding Nemo. So less than 10 years
Mm.
for them to really come up with some excellent visuals for it. So I'll give them that. But Archimedes is my man. He's got a great personality. He's just he's scruffy. He looks scruffy because his personality is scruffy. He wants to be left alone and is constantly put upon to do tiny menial little tasks that he doesn't want to do. And he has an attitude. Just
Sassy.
yes, he is sassy. I love Archimedes. You should also know better than to mess with Archimedes. He will fuck somebody up. Let's see. I was trying to find like a little video of Archimedes, but
Oh, Paul. Hi, Paul. Max.
we have Paul.
From How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Oh, I
Oh,
always feel
yeah,
so
Max.
bad for Max.
Yeah.
I watched the animated How the Grinch Stole Christmas, like the original one, and then I watched the live one.
Mhm.
Max is actually treated much poorly in the animated one versus the live one.
Oh yeah.
Like I watched the live one first, and then I watched the live first, and then the animated one. I was like, oh, he actually mistreats him in the animated one.
Oh yeah, like legit animal abuse.
Yeah.
He's also really mean to him in Halloween is Grinch Night, which was a shorter one. Came out in like the late 70s.
Mm.
Yeah, Max is very put upon in that one.
Poor
That's also just a screwed up movie.
Yikes.
Let's see. I'm gonna find a picture here of Halloween is Grinch Night. This stuff is straight up nightmare fuel. No, I don't want to see the IMDb. I want to open the image in a new tab. Come on. Work, computer. See, there we go. Yeah, nightmare fuel.
That's so creepy. Weird. What the?
Yeah.
Weird. Interesting.
Yeah, it's weird
Yikes.
stuff. It's made for kids. Like, who makes this for kids? But yeah, that's my main man Archimedes right there. That is
I
my first
forgot
pick.
about him.
What?
I forgot about Archimedes in that whole movie.
Yes. Oh yeah, he's great. Which technically he's a familiar more than he's a pet.
Mm-hmm.
Still, it fits. Maybe Dr. Seuss hated dogs. Oh yeah, and Sean is saying he heard that about Toy Story. All you have to do is look up some images for it, and you'll see right away that it did not hold up over time. Let's see.
For sure.
You really have to see them in motion because, like, the still images don't look so bad, but when you see it in motion, you're like, oh yeah, this isn't great. But they picked up pretty quickly. They built a lot off of what they started with.
No, they definitely did, for sure.
All right, for our number 2, I'll throw this up real quick from Phil. Is that supposed to be Alvin from Alvin and the Chipmunks? Oh yeah, from the other one. It did look similar. But let's see. For the second movie pet,
Air
Bud.
I like the basketball one. In my mind, the basketball one was the best.
I have a feeling it's one of those movies that I loved when I was like 6.
Yeah.
That probably doesn't hold up very well.
Probably not, but in my mind, in the memory of my childhood, that was a good movie.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And like then everybody wanted a golden retriever to like, you know, play sports with them. Yeah.
Oh yeah. And I was lucky I already had a golden retriever growing up. That was our family dog, was like 6-7 months older than me.
Aw.
Oh yeah. He was a good boy.
Did you try and
Rusty.
teach him to play basketball?
I did not, no. I knew better. He was really good at swimming and catching balls at the same time.
Wow.
Yeah, he could hold up to the maximum we ever got him to do was he could hold 4 tennis balls in his mouth at once.
Whoa.
So we'd
that's
throw
funny.
3 to 4 tennis balls out into the lake, and he'd swim around and gather them all up and bring them back and want you to throw them again. He also took down a German Shepherd that was charging at me one time when I was a kid. Yeah. Yeah, neighbor had a German Shepherd that was not very well trained, and it was charging at me, came into our yard, and good old Rusty, I mean, he came in full speed, grabbed the German Shepherd by its neck and pinned it to the ground.
Wow.
And it took my dad and the neighbor to get our dog off of the German Shepherd and not kill it. And this was not a mean dog. This was a very sweet, very loving dog that had never hurt.
But it like attacked you or was trying to, and it was in his yard, so.
Yup. And it took 2 big guys. Like both my dad and this neighbor were big guys. And yeah, he was mad, I will say. Let's see. Only way I'm getting a dog is if I am with a girl who is into dogs. Never know. Could just tell her it's me or the dog, which is never a good move, by the way. Don't do that. I always thought that show was like super cringe. You know, it's me or the animal. Wasn't there a reality show that had that? It's me or the cat, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, look, some cats are assholes. I get it. I have an asshole cat, but it's a cat. Leave it alone.
True. True.
Oh, that's a good one. Duck Dangerously, the spider from Home Alone.
Oh, like the tarantula?
Yeah.
Yuck.
Okay, this was either...
What?
Foxes can be problems. So it's one of those things, like if you have chickens or something, sometimes you got to chase the fox off. They can be problems, but you might want to be careful about who you tell about that. I mean, you've put it on the internet now, but some foxes are protected.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not like
Careful
coyotes.
there, Phil.
Yeah. Yeah, coyotes are pretty much shoot on sight, and they should be. 'Cause they suck.
They're scavengers, those things, like pack scavengers.
Yeah.
My friends and I they had an acreage, and we would sit out in the barn, and when we heard the coyotes, we would howl back at them to see how close we could get them to come to us.
That's smart. Yeah.
Right? I don't know why we did these things as kids, but we did them.
I mean, when you get bored,
Right? You're like, we're just sitting in the barn in the hay bales howling at the coyotes. I don't know.
I did try to pet a wolf when I was a kid, so yeah,
There's
kids do dumb
places in
things.
Canada that is like a wolf refuge.
Mm.
So it's usually like wolves that like they've either encroached upon people's farmland, or a lot of people will breed them, capture them, breed them as pets.
Mhm.
But they're a wild animal. Okay, even a wolf
Mhm.
dog hybrid is really not a good pet.
Oh yeah.
So bad. So anyways, there's like in Canada, I think in Alberta, there's probably a few of these in Canada. There's probably some here in the States. And you can go and they'll teach you about, like, it's a whole teaching operation too. And you can like pet the wolves and walk with the wolves. It's so cool.
Damn. I
Yeah.
want to pet some wolves.
Right?
Yeah, no, this was like a wild wolf. This, like, we lived right by a huge amount of woods. Like, where they
Mhm.
filmed a lot of the wood scenes for Blair Witch Project was basically
Ooh.
not my backyard, but, you know, behind the neighborhood.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was a wild wolf that I was just like, hey, puppy. I was complete idiot. I was maybe like 6, which is, come here, puppy, smell my hand. And
No,
yeah,
yeah.
it actually came close. It sniffed my hand and then it bared its teeth and I backed up. And
Yeah.
it wasn't until later that I was going through one of my, what was it? Not Zootopia, but it was that serialized zoo magazine, animal magazine that went all over
Okay.
in the 90s. I can't remember what it was called. It was Zoo something. And they came with like little trading cards. I got one of those that was for wolves. And I was like, oh crap. That was a wolf. That wasn't a dog. I just thought it was a big puppers. Nope.
Yeah. Oh, Sean wants a pet fox. Foxes, I've heard, make pretty good pets, actually.
They are high maintenance pets. They
But
can be very, but high maintenance. You have to have a large penned-in area for them to run around because they need to run. Typically, people who have a pet fox, it's a rescue of some sort.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, they're difficult animals. Very sweet though, once they get trained. White Fang and the Call of the Wild. Yeah.
I know, those could have been good movies.
Yeah, I remember those. And what was the other one? Balto.
Balto.
Yeah.
Yes.
I just remember seeing
I
like,
had that movie.
oh really? I don't even remember what it was about.
He's like a sled dog.
Okay.
Because he was like, I mean, it was different teams of sled dogs, but this specific team was led by Balto, and they traveled the farthest to bring medicine to the kids that were dying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh well, that's a good dog.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And yes, Duck Dangerously, it is Zoo Books. That's exactly what I was thinking about. Zoo Books. Those things were awesome when I was a kid. I had a buttload of them. The Mouse for Mouse Hunt. I have not seen Mouse Hunt, actually. I hear it's a great movie. I just have not seen it. I know Nathan Lane's in it. So it has some pretty solid actors. Oh, also about Phil hitting the fox with a shovel. It was in self-defense. Okay, that is acceptable. Because you never know with a wild fox. So that thing might have rabies. So
It's true. You don't want something to bite you. You have to go get a bunch of rabies shots.
You never know. Like my county here where I live, this was a few months ago, I found out we had in like a 3-month period over 1,000 cases of animals with rabies. Yeah.
Yikes.
So yeah, I'm careful around wild animals now. It's like, oh, that's a lot of rabies.
Where I was growing up, we used to have issues of people being stalked by mountain lions. Because I lived in a small town that was like just wilderness outside the town, just wilderness. And if they were older or sick, like sometimes the schools wouldn't let you out for recess because there'd be one wandering around a neighborhood. So like nobody was allowed out for recess, until they caught the thing. Yeah, happened quite a few times. Also, like having moose running amok through the town. Like somehow they get into town and they can't get their way out, and they're just you don't want to be up against an angry moose. Trust me.
Oh yeah,
They're as big as a truck. Like, you don't.
they're massive. They are massive.
But like the thing with mountain lions, it's so creepy because they can they're massive, but they can also stalk you through the trees and you can't hear them.
Mm-hmm.
And they'll just pounce on you. So, yeah.
Yep. Yeah, Black Panthers do the same thing. I think that is like the ultimate predatory attack too. Is like you don't see them coming. It's literally just they fall on you. It's.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. It's. Oh,
I was never afraid of like bears or anything. It was mountain lions. Mountain lions are my fear. Bears, whatever. No, a mountain lion.
I wouldn't mess with a bear either. Then again, I don't know if I've ever really. I don't think I've seen too many wild bears. Maybe like one or two.
I mean, they don't really want to be near you.
No,
like bears don't stalk you or hunt you, and if they hear you coming, they'll leave the premises. Mm-hmm. Whereas mountain lions are like, "Hey, I hear you. I'm coming."
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, I remember this. There was this one video that was going around. Oh, this was a while ago. About a guy who, basically, he's out somewhere on a walking trail, and there's a mountain lion right in front of him, and he had his sidearm on him. He had a pistol on him, and it's him holding the pistol, taking video of the this big mountain lion, and it's just him like, please don't make me shoot you. I do not want to do this. Please just go away. Go away, mountain lion. And I think he did like a warning shot at it, shot like right in front of it. And, the dust kind of kicked up in front of it and it ran.
Mm-hmm.
I grew up in Cougar Mall Pass. Bad puns.
Oh, man.
Let's see, does Stitch from Lilo and Stitch count? Maybe. Maybe.
He did kind of become a pet. He's this like weird alien dog-like creature.
Mm-hmm.
Sort of dog-like, sort of cat-like. That's another movie I haven't seen forever.
Oh, me neither. That's one of my buddies, his dad's favorite movie of all time is Lilo and Stitch.
I remember loving it so much when it came out. And that's when I first became obsessed with Elvis Presley's music.
Oh, yeah, Elvis
because of that movie.
Yeah. Oh, I got a Julius cat over there. He probably won't come up to the camera. He's still a bit skittish. It's the new kitty, though. If I can get him over here, it would be great. Because it's like, hey, look, we got pet.
Mine are just snoring.
Yeah. I can kind of see the one off in the back there. I think I just see the head. Oh.
She's sleeping. She's sleeping. They're both just like...
sleepy
They did that all afternoon, but you put them outside for like 15 minutes and they're like, oh, that was exhausting.
Mm-hmm. Gotta let them run it out.
Oh, man. To be a pet,
Right? Just be taken care of. Be awesome.
Yeah.
But no, we don't
all
get
you have
that.
to do is exist and people love you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's pretty much pets for you.
Yeah.
No wonder cats chose to be domesticated.
Right?
They just showed up and were like, hey, feed me and give me pets and I'll be amazing and kill mice for you. It's like, all right, you win. Have some food. For the next, it's actually a TV pet this time. I hit the stop sharing button, not the... Oops.
Let's
see, I'll find it here. Where'd you go? There it is. For the next one, we have Champion from Parks and Rec, the three-legged dog.
What's the dog in Little Rascals? This dog reminds me of it.
I don't remember. It wasn't Spot. It was something else. I know it had the one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was similar. Sorry. It had the one eye.
One eye, color.
But did it have 3 legs?
No.
Because that's what makes Champion special. It is the dog's world champion. It can do everything any other dog can do, except only on 3 legs. Except digging. It's really bad at digging. Yep, that is Andy, or Chris Pratt's character, Andy's and April's dog. He's just a good boy. He's a good doggo.
Aw, he's so cute looking.
Oh,
My uncle had a Great Pyrenees that would chase like trucks. I'm talking like big trucks on the highway. Mm-hmm. Lost a leg doing that. Continued to chase them.
Did not learn his lesson.
Absolutely didn't. Nope.
That's pets in general. Pets and vehicles just don't get along. Same with
No.
cats. Cats think about the road and they just get hit. And it's tragic. It's like, kitty, get out the road. I took my trash out one night, like way too late. Like I knew that trash day was the next day and it was like 1 a.m. and I was about to go to bed. And it, like, as I was laying down, like it was one of those, I woke up immediately.
Yeah.
Just like, trash, I got to get it out now or it's not going to go out. And the trash can's full. It really needs to go out today. And so like 1 a.m, I am rolling the trash can down to the end of the driveway. And my cat is laying in the middle of the road, just chilling. And I'm just like, Gurney, what are you? Get out of the road, dude. Like, you're an outdoor cat. I know that you know better than to just lay in the road.
It's like, no one's coming. It's fine. I own this place now.
Pretty much, yeah. It's like, plus, it's a black and white cat, like mostly black. They're not gonna see you in the
Yeah.
middle of the night. You move. So I kind of shoot him back into the yard, or her. It was a girl cat.
Man.
Also, thank you, Sean. This was actually Christmas present. I'll stand up a bit so you can see it.
Oh,
Yeah.
very nice.
You also get a good view of my gut there. Yep, Pink Floyd The Wall. Yeah, the wife asked me before Christmas, she's like, what's your favorite Pink Floyd album? And I was like, I already know where you're going with this. And I will say, favorite album has to be Dark Side of the Moon, but I already have owned multiple Dark Side of the Moon t-shirts and or whatever you're getting. Let's say The Wall. Let's mix it up a little bit.
That's funny.
And we got a Snow Dub. How's it going?
Hi, Snow Dub.
I'll be seeing you maybe later tonight if you're going to be playing some Mario Kart, if not Sunday. Also, Duck Dangerously brought up a good one. Salem from Sabrina the Teenage Witch. Yes. Which I didn't realize until I was older that Salem would go from being like an actual cat to like this really crappy sock puppet, basically. But when I was like 5-6 years old, it was convincing. Would this make Steven the brick? Just another brick in the wall. All right, bad puns.
Wow.
Okay, Sean's saying the best album. I'm assuming The Wall. Yes, Wizard of Oz synced up with Dark Side of the Moon. I actually had a buddy in high school it was a VHS tape that was like a custom tape that was made. It had a label on it and everything of the Dark Side of Oz, which was the Wizard of Oz timed up with Dark Side of the Moon.
Weird.
Supposedly it's like you're supposed to get really high and you play Dark Side of the Moon at like the third lion's roar, something like that in the MGM intro, and it's supposed to like sync up, like the emotions of the movie syncs up with the music. I don't know. I never tried
Who had time and like actually like tried that and figured it out? Like, who thought to do that?
Stoners in the 70s. That's yeah. Late 70s, early 80s stoners.
Okay.
Hey man, if you started at the same time, it just syncs up.
Oh my goodness.
And it's got a rainbow on the cover. I don't think this is an accident, man. Oh, sweet. Definitely getting some Mario Kart tonight. Like the whole story of The Wall makes it a better album to me. Probably my favorite album ever because of that. Yeah. Yep. The Wall is a good one for a concept album. A lot of concept albums fall short, but that one definitely holds up. Granted, the concept is being a rock star who does a bunch of drugs and destroys his life. So, I mean, not the best concept, but it really works for that album. And next one. Oh, I did it again. I was trying to switch screen. I'm boomer in this. There we go. Good old Beethoven.
Yeah. So gross.
Yeah. I think I only saw this movie once, maybe twice when I was a kid. I don't remember it very well.
I saw all three. I was
man.
obsessed with St. Bernards for the longest time. And then we had neighbors move in on the other side of us, not the collie dog side, the other side. And they had the tiniest backyard. And they had this huge St. Bernard, and it was their daughter's. And then she moved away, but she left the dog with them. So this huge, like they're huge. They're
Mhm.
massive. They're just kind of lumbering, kind of like just like they're cute, but they're just slow, lumbery dogs. And this dog, he would jump up on the fence. It was a chain link fence. And kind of like put his paws around you. If you stood next to the fence, he'd jump up and like kind of hug you. But you had to be careful because the drool. It was just like strings of drool. It was so nasty. And if you watched him shake, they had this huge bucket of water outside. And like the lips and just splatters of drool like.
Yeah.
So gross.
Oh.
They would take him to the groomers once in a while, and he'd come back, and they'd have like this colorful bib on him. Oh man!
It's like, yeah, we were trying to keep him clean, so drool guard.
Just they're like the drooliest dogs.
Oh yeah.
And the funniest thing was they had a friend who like loved this dog, but he lived in a trailer park or something, and he couldn't have him. Because otherwise they would have given the dog to him. So he would come a couple times a week and take the dog for a walk up in the woods and the trails. And he had the tiniest car. He had this 2-door car. And he would put the St. Bernard in the car. So the dog's head is sticking out the front and this dog's butt is up against the back window.
Nice.
And it was the tiniest car with this huge St. Bernard in it. It was so funny. Oh,
It's like a reverse clown car at that point.
Yes, for real. And the dude was a bigger dude too, and he had this kind of looked like a redneck with this beard, and I don't know. They're the funniest pair. It was the most amusing thing.
It is always funny to see like big dudes in tiny cars.
Yes.
One of my former coworkers, buddy of mine, he's like 6'3". He's a big dude. I know he's 6'2", but nonetheless, tall guy either way. Also wide shoulder, little bit fat. He lost weight and then put on more weight, so he's kind of a fat guy now. Nonetheless, big dude. He drove a Mazda 323. It was a 1992 Mazda 323. This tiny little car that he had literally at one point in time, he got parked in parallel parking. He was able to literally shove the car out from the spot. It's itty bitty thing. And I always pointed and laughed at him when I'd watch him fold himself into this tiny little car.
Heron is here.
Yeah, Paul, I forgot to...
Snoopy.
Snoopy, yeah, that's a good one.
Paul.
And Heron, glad you could join us. Also, Heron, wanted to mention, I want to say this is a show you've brought up in the past, but I just started, like, literally today, just watched the first episode of The Tudors.
I've seen all of it.
I have seen the last, 10 minutes.
Henry Cavill's in that
show.
one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's when I first saw him and I had a crush on him. Anyway.
Oh, yeah. I can see that even from that. He was pretty young in that one.
He was, but still. He's Henry Cavill.
Oh, yeah, it's still Henry Cavill. He wasn't quite as buff as he is now, but he was still pretty fit.
Yeah, he was.
Let's see. Does the woman who wants her boyfriend to walk her around on a leash like a dog for that reality TV show count as a pet? I think for the answer for that is
Oh, Scooby-Doo.
Oh, Phil, yes, great call.
Yes.
Scooby-Doo. Oh, I love Scooby-Doo.
Okay, the older Scooby-Doo though.
Yes.
Some of the new,
Yes. Scooby-Doo, where are you?
Yes.
Yes. Megan is a Henry Cavill. I'm a Henry Cavill fan too. Dude's awesome, and not just like his movies and shows. I think he is an excellent actor. I think he's underrated.
He is.
Deserves better roles. He also just seems like a really cool dude. Like anytime he's live streamed or done interviews, he seems like a very genuine, nice person. So yeah, I do dig Henry Cavill.
I do too. And even when it seems like his agents or whatever are like, you should post something about this or that political thing because everybody else is, he does it in such a way that isn't super political and is like what did he do when everybody was doing like the Black Lives Matter black squares?
I can't remember.
But he posted something about Superman and some quote on Superman on a black background.
Okay, that
So he
works.
kind of did it, but he didn't, and I was like, that's interesting. Because he was
Yeah.
literally one of the last celebrities to do that.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh, intriguing. I don't know.
I liked how he handled the whole toxic fans situation, and he
Yes.
was just, and I think it's from him being a nerd. You know, he plays WoW and Warhammer, and like he's a nerd, so I think it was just from like actual sympathy there, not or I should say actual empathy, and not just sympathy for the nerds. He was like, these people are just passionate.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
a really good way to put it.
yes.
Scooby-Doo is S tier. True. Meant that in a different way, though. Well, oops. Hey, look, I'm just saying, like, everybody has their celebrity free pass, their hall pass. I'm not saying mine is Henry Cavill, but I'm not saying that mine is Henry Cavill.
Oh, wow.
Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island. I actually really liked that one for the newer Scooby-Doo movies.
Yes,
that one
I did like.
Yeah, that one was good. Oh yeah, Astro from the Jetsons. Yes. And next one. Let me try and click the right button this time. So I don't really remember this movie. I just remember it's from the movie Inkheart. I just remember that Paul Bettany had a pet ferret who was like super awesome. I don't remember
I
anything
love those
else.
books. I'm not gonna lie. After the books, the movie was a little disappointing.
Really? Oh, that's a lot of things. Yeah. Aaron says, Henry is my future husband. My boyfriend understands this. Like, you know what?
It's good that he understands that.
Yes. Like, I had to worry when myself and the wife met Carrie Elwes. That was a moment. Her dad even told me, he was like, you better be careful if he says like you're like no one I've ever met before. Let's go off and rush into the sunset together. You're screwed, man. Dino from Flintstones. Yeah.
Oh, Dino.
Let's see. Inkheart was
Brendan Fraser, yes, he did a good job, but it still wasn't the books. Okay.
Yeah.
This wasn't.
Phil, we will be revisiting this here in just a little bit.
Nah.
Yeah. I just remember enjoying this movie, Inkheart. I remember Paul Bettany rocking the crap out of some guy liner in it. I remember that was a thing. Not all of it, but some of the scenes, it definitely looks like he's wearing some eyeliner. I just remember that ferret being awesome.
Oh, yeah. I mean, other than the fact that it's a rodent, I think ferrets are kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
And I really can't. I used to want a pet monkey, which now I think is disgusting. But
yeah,
I definitely used to want like one of those little tiny monkeys that would sit on my shoulder.
They don't just sit on your shoulder.
No, they don't.
No.
Monkeys
suck. If cats had thumbs and less inhibitions.
It would be
That's what a monkey is. Yes. Cats will intentionally go from a nice tile floor that's easy to clean up to a carpet to puke on it. Now give them thumbs so they can pick it up and throw it at you.
Gross.
That's a monkey. Oh, another father-in-law story. So he was like 15 years old, and one of their neighbors had a pet monkey. They were going out on a holiday for like a week, and they paid him to house sit. And part of it was you have to feed the monkey. And so he didn't think, the monkey's in a cage, and it had one of those feeder things where you can pop open the side, flip it up, take out the little tray, put more food and water in, and popped it back in, close it. He didn't think about that. So he actually opened up the cage to reach inside and grab the bowl, thinking the monkey would just stay in there. The monkey gets out, and it's running all over the house. It's destroying things, and he doesn't know what to do. And he's trying to get a hold of the monkey and get it back in there, and he can't. And so he goes back over to his house, and he's just like, Dad, I let the monkey out of the cage, and this isn't a euphemism. Like, there's a monkey out of a cage in the neighbor's house.
Oh no!
And so
trying to catch a monkey would be impossible.
Oh, not for his dad. He doesn't even take his cigarette out of his mouth. He just leaves it hanging out of his mouth, walks over there, busts open the door, walks right up to the monkey, snatches it, and with like underhand throws the monkey, like got a hold of it and wham, throws the thing.
Just
And from
chucks
like
it.
10 feet away, like John Wayne with a pistol, just hip shoots this monkey right into the cage. The door closes and locks.
That's so awesome.
And then he just
Oh.
grumbles out of the house, still cigarette hanging out of his mouth.
Oh
Having
my
to deal with damn
gosh.
monkeys. So you
Yikes.
can't own a monkey because I would spank it all the time. Oh, Snow. Don't you know you can't spank the monkey? You can shock the monkey if you're Peter Gabriel. Cats are not a pain. They're mostly really easy, actually. It's once in a while you got to do a little extra with them. Mostly they're easy. Oh, dog meat from Fallout. Yes, that's a good one. Oh, and this next one, we couldn't think of a movie. I mean, I found a couple that technically had one, but for Megan, we've got Irish Wolfhound. There we go. They're just cool dogs. They're huge.
Cool. I want one.
Yes.
How big that is.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, they're just
They're super
big,
scruffy
fluffy
looking.
dogs. Yeah.
And have you seen them walk? Like the way they walk is kind of like a lope. Like it's just,
Mhm.
it's so crazy. They have a wolf walk. They walk like a wolf. There is a difference between how a wolf walks and how like a domesticated dog walks.
Mhm.
Like their stride is different. And Irish Wolfhounds have a wolf-like stride.
Mhm.
And I just want one because they're so unique looking and I like big dogs.
Yeah, they look like shag carpet.
They
That
do.
kind of kid. Yeah.
They don't have the prettiest coat. Like honestly, you don't look and go, that's a beautiful dog. Like it's a strange looking dog. They have such a huge chest. Their heads are kind of a little bit smaller. Enormous legs, and they got that kind of scrawny tail. Like you don't look at that dog and be like, oh, that dog is so gorgeous. That's not really my first thought, but they're just so unique.
They are very nice, though. Every
Mhm.
Irish Wolfhound I've ever met has been a very sweet dog.
Now, I have a friend up in Canada, and she has one. Never seen it duck dangerously.
2002 classic.
I'm obsessed with wolfhounds because I read the fable. It's not even a fable, actually. It's like a true story based off of the Prince of Wales, Llewellyn, and he had Irish Wolfhound. But then there was also this Greek fable about the guy who had an Irish Wolfhound, I believe it was, and his wife died, and he left the dog to watch the baby. And he ended up coming home, and there was like the cradle was tipped over, and there was like blood everywhere, and it was the dog had blood on his mouth, and the guy freaks out, kills the dog. Then he finds the baby underneath a tipped over cradle, and behind the cradle, a dead wolf.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway. So it was a story of like not letting your anger, not acting in anger right away or whatever, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Learn the facts
Exactly.
beforehand. Yeah. Gotta love some fables. Phil says, but you can spank me.
Wow. Okay.
And Snow Double
boy.
spank you tonight in Mario Kart. That sounds like a challenge. Gotta bring your A game, Phil. They're ugly AF, but it's Irish, so it gets a pass. Look, as a person of Irish descent, yeah, we're Irish men in particular are not good looking people. There's some good looking Irish women out there. Very few good looking Irish men. There's like Colin Farrell, and I never got the Colin Farrell thing. Everyone else says he's good looking. I never got it. It's like he's got like a 5-inch eyebrow sticking out from his forehead. But you know, everyone else says he's good looking, and I don't know.
But they do have cute faces. Like your
They do.
Barmy says, they do have cute faces, Irish Wolfhounds. They do.
The Royal Irish Regiment has a wolfhound named Brian Baru.
Wow.
It's a good name for a dog, too. For the next one, Mr. Jingles from the Green Mile. who is, I think Mr. Jingles might be the true hero of the story. Because they never would have found out about John Coffey's superpowers if it weren't for Mr. Jingles.
True.
Because that a-hole Percy stepped on the mouse, and that mouse had some serious personality, and John Coffey had to bring it back to life using his magic black man powers that black men have in Stephen King stories, because Stephen King has some really weird ideas about black people. I don't know why, but he's like, they're shamans. Like, I don't...
Stephen King is just weird in general.
He is, but like, black people in Stephen King books, there's something else. Like The Shining. Yeah. What was it? Scatman Crothers in the movie. Yeah, he's just got some weird ideas when it comes to... And I think the one that really exposes it was the Chappelle Show. They had Paul Mooney on there, and it was Ask a Black Dude, and they had a video of Stephen King going on this really weird rant about black people and having like supernatural powers. It's like, yeah, they'll put a curse on you or something. It's like, what? Stephen King, what the heck?
Weird.
Yeah, Stephen King's anti-racism is blatantly racist. It really is.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Green Mile is a good movie. Let's see. Irishmen are utilitarian. We do what needs to be done. We don't need to be pretty to do it. That is true. That is true. Let's see. Virtue signaling, perhaps, or he's just racist. Like, he's been saying this stuff since before virtue signaling was really a thing. It's just Stephen King. He's weird.
Word.
And got just a couple others here. Wanted to throw in. We've got Hedwig.
Oh, of course.
Yep, gotta have Hedwig from Harry Potter. Who is a totally kick-ass owl who saves Harry's life at one point in the movies. There's actually an interesting theory. I'm just making sure this, because you haven't seen the Harry Potters, have you?
Oh, yeah, I have.
You have? Okay.
Yeah.
Just want to make sure there wasn't any spoilers. I mean, either way, they've been out like 10 plus years. The last one came out like 12 years ago, so it's too late at this point in time. But the interesting theory I've heard about Hedwig's death in the Deathly Hallows, which is that the Death Eater who killed Hedwig was actually Snape, who we know was really a double agent the whole time. And Snape intentionally killed Hedwig because he knew that that would be a way for Voldemort to track Harry down.
Oh.
And that's why after he kills the bird, he doesn't continue pursuing Harry and Hagrid. He just stops and lets him get away.
Huh.
Does the rabbit from Mice and Men count? It wasn't a rabbit.
Sean, for real? Uh-oh. You're just saying that.
Oops. Dude, they came out like over a decade ago. The first movie came out like 21 years ago. So that's on you. Sorry. That is totally not my fault. Let's see. Honestly, I didn't know, but I don't care. Okay, well, we're good then. I didn't feel bad about it either way. I said spoiler alerts, I think.
You did. You did say spoiler alerts.
But I did always like Hedwig. I thought he was a good pet. Owl's cool. Also, they're flying cats, which is awesome. They're also typically protected species. And then gotta have the other Harry Potter, technically familiars as well, kind of like Archimedes, wizard having their familiar. That's a thing. I don't know. Phil brought this up earlier. Scabbers, Ron's pet rat. I don't think Scabbers counts because it's not really a rat. It's Wormtail.
Yeah.
It's Peter Pettigrew. But Crookshanks, who seriously needs a brushing. That cat needs to be brushed. Yeah.
So scruffy.
Yeah. It's a long hair. You gotta brush them. It's a thing. But
you think Hermione would brush her cat?
Especially like she's a very talented witch. She could easily cast a spell that would brush the cat for her.
Mm-hmm.
which the cat would be fine with. I mean, they make things that like you hook onto the corner of a wall. Oh, excuse me. That's just a brush that sticks to the wall, so the cat can brush themselves, and they do.
Yeah.
I'm sure it would be fine with a spell doing it.
They look so
Phil,
young in that picture.
they are
Ah.
pretty young in this one. I think this
I
is
mean,
like
I'm sure a lot of guys did, Phil. Just saying.
a lot of guys did, and then we heard what her actual opinions were, and yeah, it went
Nope.
downhill from there. Also, she looks weird these days. Like, I think she went full vegan, which
Oh,
some
yeah.
people can do, but like, you
Most
miss
people
out
in
on a
general, they
lot.
go full vegan and they start to look like skeletons and they
Yeah.
start to age really, really fast.
I was just talking about this the other night, and yeah, it's because they when you eat meat, you're able to digest the meat much slower than eating certain supplements, particularly collagen. So when you take like a collagen supplement, it doesn't sit in your stomach long enough for you to absorb it. But when you eat meat, you digest it much slower, so you actually have a chance to absorb the collagen.
Yeah, you
So
get like,
yeah. So yeah, these vegans aren't getting enough of it, and it causes their skin to sag.
bleh. Eat
Um,
more meat.
They need to let From Software make a Harry Potter game. Well, they're letting Avalanche make the Harry Potter game, and we'll see. Avalanche has made good games. It's made bad games as well, so we'll see. I'm gonna get it. I think it looks really good. What's it? It's Harry Potter Legacy. That's the name of it. Yeah, it looks like a good game. I'm gonna be getting it. I think it comes out February 12th. We're actually not too far from it coming out. Elden Ring is basically that. Haven't played it, couldn't say. Let's see. When Luna Lovegood was introduced, she became my Harry Potter crush, says Phil, not me. I didn't say that. Fun fact about Luna Lovegood, the character is actually based on the actress who played her. She was just a fan who really enjoyed the books and started writing to J.K. Rowling, saying like, I don't have any real friends. I'm a very shy and awkward person, and it's difficult for me to meet people. And she became pen pals, and they were writing back and forth for quite some time. And so when it came time to write the next book, J.K. Rowling just made her a character in the book.
That's so cool.
Yeah. And then when it
I've
came time
never
to
heard
have,
that before.
yeah. Then when it came time for someone to play the character, it was like, why don't we just have the actual person do it? Like, I
That's
need you
so
to act
cool.
like yourself. Yeah. And so that sparked I don't know if she's really done anything since the Harry Potter movies, but you know what? She's probably made a buttload of money from them. So, roll with it.
Exactly.
In the Emma MFK, she sadly makes the K list. Oh, okay. Yeah. MFK. Took me a second. Emma Stone is an obvious M, and Emma Roberts is crazy enough for F. Damn boy, get on that Elden Ring grind. Megan, you too.
Yeah. I
I'll
don't think
admit-
I'd make it through that game at all.
Same. Oh, Barbara Walters died? Baba Wawa? Oh, man.
What?
That must be breaking news. Breaking news here on the Blast from the Past podcast. Barbara Walters, otherwise known as Baba Wawa, has just passed away.
Keepers. Seriously.
Is that too soon?
Sean says we're both wrong. Whatever, Sean.
But I just know when a game isn't for me. That's what I know. I understand why other people like it. Oh yeah, Barbara Walters did just die.
Wow.
Yeah, this is breaking news. Trailblazing TV icon dies at 93. I want to know the cause of death. Probably that she was 93.
I mean, she was old.
Yeah. I don't agree with her on a lot, but you know what? Good job making it that old. I guess money does something for you. A lot of celebrities living up there. I think the most impressive had to be Kirk Douglas, though. He was like 103 when he died.
Wow.
Yeah. Elden Ring lets you grind enough to make everything trivial. Yeah, that's what I've heard. And there's also different play styles you can pick. Like, I think Spirits, like Spirit Summoner or something, is putting the game on easy mode.
I'll do easy mode.
Yeah. Well, I think we've covered all the movie animals. You have
I
any
think we
others?
have.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't watch a lot of movies growing up as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, those are the ones I remember.
Kids' movies are the ones where they predominantly show up too.
Mm-hmm. Yes. But they just kill them a lot, too.
They do. They really do. Yeah. It's,
Sad.
hey, see this animal? We're going to get you emotionally attached to it. Oops, it died.
Yeah, exactly. Welcome to trauma.
Yeah.
Let's just traumatize all the children. They do that in Disney movies, too, all the time. Let's
Yes.
just kill off parents and have orphans and Clifford. Yeah.
yeah.
I just read the books, the Clifford books.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember the books. I was never a big fan of Clifford. I will admit. I remember the cartoon coming on a lot, just wasn't really my thing. And horses. It's okay, I see what you're saying, like Seabiscuit or
Seabiscuit.
Secretarian. Yeah.
I watched one of those movies, but I can't remember which one it was.
I remember Seabiscuit. That was the one with Tobey Maguire, I want to say.
Okay, it was
Yeah.
Seabiscuit.
Yeah,
Not
where he was
bad.
considered like too tall to be a jockey, and so he would like starve
Mhm.
himself to be as light as possible. And Hidalgo. It's another good horse movie.
Love Hidalgo.
I saw that in theaters.
I have that movie. I forgot I
Mhm.
had that movie.
What's up, Tree Rock Creations? Good to see you. Black Stallion. Yeah, lot of horse movies. That was a very common one.
Mm.
Okay, if we're going back,
Wishbone.
Wishbone was my jam when I was a kid.
I remember Wishbone. I almost forgot.
Yeah,
Jeepers.
and Blue's Clues.
The new Blue's Clues is weird. I'm just saying. I work with
Yeah.
children and I've seen it and it's not the same at all.
Hmm. I really liked Blue's Clues when it came out. I was like the perfect age when it came out. I think it was like 95, 96. I was, 5, 6 years old. I watched the crap out of some Blue's Clues. I remember when Salt and Pepper made paprika, and I actually thought for a little while that mixing salt and pepper made paprika.
No.
Yep. That's how they explain making babies to kids on Nickelodeon. Is salt and pepper make paprika.
Oh boy.
Uh,
Benji! How about
Benji.
this is Benji?
I only saw
Ah.
Benji once, and I don't know, it just wasn't really my thing.
Black Booty, of course. War
Oh,
Horse.
Here's the mail, it never fails. It makes me want to wag my tail. Keep going there, Sean.
Don't.
Oh well, he doesn't. Nope. Oh, wait for it. Wait for it. All right, it's got to pop up on this, and I can see it on the other side. You got to update. There we go. When it comes, I want a whale. Mail. But I liked some Blue's Clues. Oh, and Best in Show. Yeah, I just remember they would play Best in Show on a loop over and over again whenever they were doing the whatever it was called. It was the dog competitions that were super popular in the 90s. They would be on TV. Whenever there was a dog competition, it was everywhere.
Hmm.
And yes, you're judging me.
Yeah, I was.
Well, oh, there we go. Duck Dangerously, the Westminster. That's it, yes.
Mm.
Well, I think we're going to wrap it up here, unless you had anything else you wanted to add.
No,
All
nothing
right.
to add.
Yeah, gone a little bit over an hour here. So,
Oh, excuse me.
oh, yeah, see, perfect timing. It's pumpkin
Seriously.
mode.
I slept in, but I was up late last night, so sleeping in doesn't do it. I need to go to bed I'm like a little old lady and I have to go to bed by 10.
Yeah, that's I don't think I've gone to bed at 10 in forever.
You know, there's this doctor I follow on Instagram, and he said that women need more sleep than men. Women need 8 to 10 hours of sleep, whereas men can get by on 6 to 8.
I'm a little bit below the average. I normally get 5. That's kind of my...
Well, apparently you need to
go-to
have 6, according to this doctor, dude.
Well, screw him. I don't know him. It's not my doctor. I don't go to the doctor. I should go to doctors. Need health insurance to go to doctors, so...
That's true.
Yeah.
Mm.
I'm kind of old school. Like, I have to be almost dying to go to a doctor.
Same.
Oh, 16-hour shift tomorrow. Oh. Oh, letting others get New Year's Eve off. Man.
Well, that's very nice of you.
Yeah. Very generous of you, Duck Dangerously, but oof. Hope you get some, like, triple time holiday hour for that, at least. Yeah. Well, I think wind it up here. I will let you tell the people what is going on.
Well, what is going on? Weebs and Waifus is back next week. I'm trying to get some videos recorded for Sunday, Monday. I'll probably live stream. I can't make any promises on when I'm going to live stream, so nope. Maybe Monday. That's about it.
Yeah, that sounds kind of like my schedule. It's what do I have going on? Let's see. Tonight I should be starting up here in 30 minutes or so, 40 minutes or so. But it's on Ords. He runs on Stoner time, so it's going to be any time from like 40 minutes to now to like 3 hours from now. So we'll see. We'll see. It's not that I don't trust Ords, it's that I don't have any faith in him. The stream will start up when it starts for some Friday night after party. Phil will be there. Snowdub will be there. Come and join us in the chat. A lot of shit talking, a lot of Mario Kart playing. It is a good time. Then Sunday, you can catch me over on his other channel. So that'll be on Ord's Board, his main channel. On his live channel, Ord's World, we will be doing the Sunday morning podcast. I'll finally be back for that. I've missed the past couple of weeks because of holiday stuff. But I'll be back this Sunday for the Sunday morning podcast. And then Tuesday, you can find me over on Supreme Heretics channel for United Resistance. Man, that name always flies right out of my head, like at the last second. Like I have it ready, it's in there, it's ready to go. Then it's like, what's the name of the show? There it is. Yes, United Resistance. Keep an eye out on that. We're going to have some pretty cool guests coming up here in the near future. I know he's been talking to, let's see, I'm pretty sure he's mentioned all of this publicly, so I'm not outing anything, but I know he's talked to Laura Loomer, and he's been talking to some people that were held in DC for January 6 misdemeanors. Yeah, some of the political prisoners, so we're going to have them on there. Yes, Sean, you should go watch Drew Moore over at Supreme Heretic. Good dude, good buddy of mine. Yeah, go show him some love, give him some more views, share his channel out there. There's Phil's already on it. He's got the channel up there, so follow him there. Right here at Supreme Heretic, one word. Yeah, keep an eye out. Got some cool guests lined up for the future in that. Phil and Drew share a birthday. Nice. I share a birthday with John Lennon, who, in my opinion, is the lesser Beatle. I think Paul McCartney was better.
Well done.
Yeah. I also think that Elvis was better than the Beatles. So, I mean, not like my opinion really matters. But yeah. I think that's everything that's going on. All right. Well, everybody out there, you have a wonderful weekend. And a Happy New Year. It's a holiday weekend. I hope that some of you guys can get some nice holiday time off. But yes, catch everybody next week. Oh, movie for next week. Next week's movie, Unforgiven, starring Clint Eastwood and Morgan Freeman, Gene Hackman. Excellent movie. Even if you're not a fan of Westerns, I suggest you watch it anyway. It is a well-written, well-acted, slow burn, dramatic film with some good action in it. Good mix of, action, drama, Dialogue, very strong dialogue in the film, and it's not just Clint Eastwood's standard fare for a Western. He's, aged out at this point in time. Very good movie. Unforgiven. Catch us next week where we'll analyze a couple of scenes of that right here, 8:30 on Friday. I think that's everything. All right. Bye, everybody.
See you guys.
No. He's looking at you, kid.
Goodbye, Boo.
Kitty.
Kitty has to go.
I'll see you. Not if I see you first.
Hello.
Grandpa? Maybe you could come over and read it again to me tomorrow.
As you wish.